Hey guys, HTV here and welcome to a brand new video. Today we've got some pretty big information to go over. New Pokemon Legends ZA character leaks have dropped. We also have some new Nintendo Switch 2 updates to cover. Some new Pokemon events have also been announced. There's a lot of things to break down today, so if you're excited for the video, drop a like down below, leave a comment, subscribe if you're brand new, and let's get into the video. So, starting things off, let's take a look at the new Pokemon TCG Pocket event that went live today. Did cover it on the TCG Pocket channel, HD Pocket, be in the description down below if you weren't aware. But either way, let's take a look at this new event. So we've got Cerebi here tweeting out, saying, Cerebi update, the Pokemon TCG Pocket Metal Type Mass Outbreak event is now live. So you basically get your Chansey picks, you get your bonus pick. Solgaleo EX is the main card that you can obviously try and grab here. I don't know about you, but my luck in Pocket has not been great lately. I haven't even got Solgaleo EX, so I'm quite happy that this event is out now. Yeah, you basically get all these different options in the Rare Wonder pick, and then you get all these options in the bonus pick, and then the submissions as well. Collect a Solgaleo EX card, Wonder pick 3 times, 5 times, collect 5 steel cards, 10 cards, 15 cards, yada yada yada. Basically, that's just the new event in Pokemon TCG Pocket. Remember, the new set does drop this Thursday. We will be streaming that on the TCG Pocket channel as well if you do want to come along and check it out. But yeah, if not, then that's fine as well. But anyway, that's the new Pokemon TCG Pocket event. Coming up next, we have some new Nintendo Switch 2 updates to go over. I'm sure you are all aware by now, but the new Nintendo Switch 2 console drops next Thursday. We have this post from VGC saying Nintendo Switch 2 consoles have been pictured for the first time arriving at US retailers ahead of the official launch day of June the 5th. So let's quickly go over this article before we take a look at the Pokemon Legends ZA leaks. But Nintendo Switch 2 consoles spotted at US retailers ahead of launch. So Switch 2 pictured at stores with less than 10 days until release. We are in single digits now, which is so exciting because we're so close to this new console. Cannot wait to finally get the new advancement of Nintendo technology. Anyway, though, it says Nintendo Switch 2 consoles have been pictured for the first time arriving at US retailers ahead of the official launch day of June the 5th. So in a now deleted Reddit post archived by ex-users, an employee of retailer Target pictured Nintendo Switch 2 console boxes inside of a locked cage, claiming their store received around 40 consoles. I hope this just isn't in the middle of the store as well. I assume that they took this picture as they were moving it somewhere else because, I don't know about you, but it just sounds super dumb to let a cage of highly in-demand consoles just be sitting there in the middle of the store. It just doesn't sound safe at all. So hopefully they just took this as they were moving it to the back or something. But obviously the main point of the post is that they are in the wild now, like they are out there. We may get some like leaks and stuff. I would be surprised if somebody didn't get an early copy of it. So that could happen this week or whatever. And then they go on to say a second image shows the Nintendo Switch 2 consoles outside of the nondescript boxes, confirming that they are indeed Nintendo's next console. Nintendo Switch 2 is due to launch in less than 10 days on Thursday, June the 5th, alongside first-party titles Mario Kart World, Switch 2 Welcome Tour, and Switch 2 editions of current-gen games such as The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Still baffles me that they're using like the Switch 2 Welcome Tour as like a first-party title that's dropping. It's just a tutorial that just shouldn't even be something we have to buy, but it's just quite funny and amusing that they're like, yeah, this is one of the first-party titles coming to the Switch 2. It's like, dude, it's a tutorial. But anyway, it says third-party launch games include Split Fiction, Cyberpunk 2077, Civilization 7, Hogwarts Legacy, Street Fighter 6, Yakuza 0 Director's Cut, Sonic X Shadow Generations, and more. And then we obviously have Stealth here posting saying Switch 2 systems have arrived at Target. This particular Target got 40 units, 20 Mario Kart bundles, and 20 regular. It's feeling real now. And we also have Jake Randall saying Target stores are receiving their Switch 2 stock, and apparently as long as it's locked in a cage, they don't mind leaving it in the middle of the floor, which, yeah, exactly is what we just said 2 minutes ago. But anyway, Donkey Kong Bonanza is due for release in July, with Drag Times Drive also expected this summer. Nintendo Switch 2 versions of Pokemon Legends ZA and Metroid Prime 4 Beyond are also due this year, with no confirmed release dates. Earlier this month, Nintendo detailed the free Switch 2 updates coming to 12 of its existing Switch 1 games at launch, including Super Mario Odyssey, Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet, and The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. Some games will be getting resolution and frame rate boosts, while others will be getting game share support, a new feature which means that players with multiple Switch consoles, be that Switch 1 or Switch 2, will be able to play multiplayer with only one copy of the game. It's also been confirmed the Nintendo Switch 2 will support text-to-speech as part of game chat. So yeah, it's out there in the wild now. I'm expecting some sort of leak to happen in the next few days, because an employee will get their hands on it. Think of all the stores out there. If every store is getting around 20 to 40 consoles, it's only a matter of time until someone gets their hands on it. But either way, that's an update regarding the Nintendo Switch 2. Moving on, we have some big Pokemon Legends ZA leaks to go over today. This is all of the known characters that have been leaked for the upcoming Pokemon game. So of course, if you do not want to see this information, because I guess they are technically story leaks, then skip this part of the video. That's your warning. If you do want to see these leaks, then obviously we're about to cover them now. We have covered a couple of them in the past. Quite recently, we've had a lot of character leaks drop, but this is also containing new information as well. Massive, massive, massive shout out to Pearl Enthusiast as well. You can see their tag there on Twitter, just because they were the very generous person that put this together for everybody. So massive shout out to them. But let's take a look at all of the information we know about characters that haven't been revealed yet, and also that have been revealed. So we'll start off with AZ. So obviously he runs the Hotel Z. He's important in the fight against Ange, which is like the ultimate weapon, which again, we'll get more information about that soon. Maybe, who even knows? We might not even get anything about that. And then Urbane, Tawny, Jet, and Lysander are related to AZ. So obviously we knew that Lysander was, but also Urbane and Tawny, Jet, all related to AZ. So it's a bit of a family business going on, really. Next up, we have Mabel. So she is the new professor of the Kalos region. So it's not Sycamore anymore. She is the professor. She isn't evil anymore, but that's just speculated. That isn't leaked. And also, she was the original owner of the ZA starters, which is also speculation. So Chikorita, Tepig, and Totodile. So that's Mabel. Going to be interesting how she looks in this game. I assume she's obviously going to be a bit older. She's going to be in a lab coat and stuff. I expect she's not evil anymore, because like, why would she be if she's been given the reins to be the new professor of the region? Surely you'd like to think she's changed her name. Not changed her name, but changed her ways, should I say. We then have Zerosic, or Grisham as he is now known. He runs a food truck with the Team Flare Grunts. He isn't evil anymore. He's thinner, and he's also got a tan. So his character is going to look a little bit different, and he's still going to have Team Flare Grunts with him. So there's still going to be resemblance of that evil team, but he himself is not evil anymore. We also have Corrivu, or Corrival, who is the leader of the Kalos Mafia, uses Mega Scolipede. Remember, there isn't really an evil team in this game, even though we have the Kalos Mafia, and it's really weird having something called the Mafia in a Pokemon game, because that's quite a big subject and quite a, I guess, darker subject that you wouldn't really apply to a Pokemon game. But they're also not an evil team. That's just going to be one of the story arcs. So you've got the Mafia arc, you've got all these different arcs and stuff in the game, and he uses a Mega Scolipede. We also have Philippe, who is the second in command of the Kalos Mafia, and he uses a Mega Skarmory. So that's the kind of Mafia arc. Don't know which arc's going to be first. We don't know if they're going to intertwine with the rank up, so maybe you have to get like rank W and then the Mafia arc starts or whatever. We then have Jacinth, who runs a tournament which is unrelated to the Royale, so that's another kind of story thing, and she uses a Mega Dragonite. And then as well as that, we have Jacinth's maid partner. I think I'm saying that name right anyway. She is an extremely buff maid, and she uses Mega Drampa. So obviously they have dragon kind of, I guess, elements in whatever this thing is that they're kind of running. But that is another story arc as well. So those are some of the new characters. We also have Emma as well, who of course is a detective, appears as a detective in this game. She investigates the appearance of rogue Mega Pokemon / Ange's Energy, which is going to be sort of the main kind of plot in this game as you get deeper into the story. She wears an Essentia suit with a small beige overcoat, so that is how she's going to look in this game. She looks like she's in her mid to late 20s, and she uses Mega Malamar. So if she's going to be mid to late 20s, then it kind of gives us an idea that, yeah, this game does take place around 10 years-ish in the future. So I think she's around 13 to 15 maybe in previous games. So that kind of gives you an idea of the time jump there. We then have Lysander, who is also kind of just known as L now, who appears relatively early in the game. So I thought he'd be somebody that you see later on in the game, just because it's quite a big character to return. I didn't know if they wanted to keep it as like a little bit of a surprise, but maybe Lysander shows up in the next trailer, who knows. But he appears relatively early in the game. He's present at the fight against Ange, which I guess is like the main sort of battle in this game. He can talk to Zygarde through telepathy, and they are also friends, so he's completely changed his ways. You have to beat him to catch Zygarde, because I guess that because he's Zygarde's friend now, he's trying to protect him, even though you're not evil in this game, but maybe you have to convince him or something that you're not evil. I don't even know, but we have to defeat Lysander to capture Zygarde, and Lysander uses Mega Gyarados again, just like the original games. And Lysander's new design is very similar to AZ as well, so you can very much see the kind of resemblance in that family arc in his new design. And he's also blind in one eye. He's also a bit more androidish, like robotic as well. He's like half human, half android, which isn't in this description here, but that's quite well known about him. We also have Jet, who is the CEO of Quasartico Inc., which we already knew about. The ZA Royale is run by Quasartico. Quasartico is trying to hide the existence of rogue Mega Pokemon, and she uses a Mega Clefable. So pretty much everybody has a Mega Evolution in this game, which is obviously what you'd expect. But yeah, they're trying to cover up this rogue Mega Pokemon. So obviously Pokemon are being able to Mega Evolve against their will, and these are these rogue Mega Pokemon, a little bit like Alpha Pokemon. I mean, I think the game does actually have Alpha Pokemon anyway. But yeah, that's just something that they're trying to cover up. We also have Canary, who is a promotion match trainer in the ZA Royale. People who like Iono are going to like her. So I don't know if she's going to be another streamer or she's just going to have a design very similar to Iono in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. And she uses Mega Electros. So she's still like the same typing as Iono as well. She might even be related to Iono. We don't know yet. But that is just going to be one of the sort of match trainers in the ZA Battle Royale. The fact that we have information about her makes me think that she has a little bit more of a kind of a story relevance than your average random person that we battle in the ZA Battle Royale. And then we also have Canary's dad or grandfather, so some sort of male figure in her life. He is a miner, so a little bit like Clay, and he also uses a Mega Excadrill as well. So the fact that she has like a father or a grandfather in this game who's present means that, yeah, she's probably going to have a bit more about her than your average person. We then have a unnamed character who is a fighting specialist, and they use Mega Phalanx. So I don't know if that's going to be another ZA Royale person that we battle or what, but that is who uses Mega Phalanx. And then we also have Urbane and Tawny, who, of course, are our rivals. So that's kind of the breakdown of all the leaks that we've had from Ball Guy, Terra Leaks, all that jazz. All has been put together, as I say, by Pearl Enthusiast in regards to their kind of role in the story. Again, there's going to be a lot more characters as well. This is just the ones that have been leaked. Some very interesting ones as well, because it has been said that we're not going to be getting a lot of returning characters, like the protagonists don't return. We don't know if the rivals return, etc. But we do actually have quite a couple here, obviously, like Emma, AZ, Mabel, Lysander, Zerosic as well. Like, all of these people are returning from Pokemon X and Y. Maybe that's all of it. Maybe nobody else, like maybe Looker doesn't even return. We don't really know. And obviously Sycamore as well. But yeah, that's quite a handful of people returning in my opinion. But those are all the character leaks for Pokemon Legends ZA. Hopefully I say hopefully we get some more. Hopefully we get a bloody trailer soon, because that's what we really, really want to see. And maybe that trailer shows Lysander, maybe it shows Emma, maybe it shows Mabel. I don't really know. But either way, those are all of the Pokemon Legends ZA character leaks that we have as of right now. Finishing things off for today's video, we have another Nintendo update to go over regarding Nintendo Switch Online this time. Nintendo Everything here tweeting out saying Nintendo President on future direction for Nintendo Switch Online. So this was posted by Nintendo Everything, should I say. There's so many Nintendo pages I follow, it's hard remembering which one's which. But anyway, says subscription services and are all the rage these days. And for Nintendo, that means it needs to encourage as many people to sign up for Switch Online. Nintendo has gradually added more to the service over the past several years. It started out with elements such as online play and access to classic games, but more recently, we've seen Nintendo Music and the upcoming inclusion of Game Chat on the Nintendo Switch 2. What's Nintendo's mid to long-term direction for the Nintendo Switch Online, though? During a financial results briefing Q&A, President Shintaro Furukawa weighed in. So Furukawa shared the following with investors. The number of Nintendo Switch Online members varies depending on the sales situation of the hardware and the trends in the release of titles that utilize online play. So that's like your Game Boy Advance games. Again, we're still waiting for Pokemon main series games to be on Nintendo Switch Online because it would make it go crazy, but they haven't done that. Maybe they're waiting for the 30th anniversary. We'll have to see. But since the number of members was disclosed at the last management policy briefing, the number of subscribers has remained stable without any significant increase or decrease. Looking ahead, we will release titles that utilize online play, such as Mario Kart World, for Nintendo Switch 2. In addition to releasing these new titles, we aim to maintain and increase the number of members in the mid to long term by further expanding the service of Nintendo Switch Online itself. On Nintendo Switch 2, members of Nintendo Switch Online Plus Additional Pack will be able to play GameCube titles, classic titles anyway, in addition, we will introduce a game chat communication function for all members. Game chat will be available for free until March 2026, but after that you can't use it by subscribing. You can use it by subscribing to the paid Nintendo Switch Online service. Game Chat was developed with the aim of recreating the experience of playing games together as a child in the current environment. Until now, you have not only played the same game by bringing it together, but also played different games while in the same place. By using the functions of Nintendo Switch 2, you can recreate the experience to not only be an offline local multiplayer, but also online as well. Game Chat can be enjoyed not only with Nintendo Switch 2 exclusive titles, but also with Nintendo Switch titles. We hope that Game Chat will add new added value to software and even allow customers to create ways of playing games that we never imagined. Nintendo Switch Online also offers Nintendo Music. The service is based on music, one of the most attractive elements of games, and is provided with the aim of allowing customers to remember Nintendo characters, games, and IP, even if they are far away, if they are away from their game's console. In this way, we believe that Nintendo Switch Online can be used from the perspective of expanding the points of contact with Nintendo IP to familiar places for customers. So we want to grow Nintendo Switch Online in the medium to long term as a service that consumers can enjoy and subscribe to for a long time. To achieve this, we need to continue to create attractive elements that will make people really want to join this service. So, like I say, I don't know if they're just kind of like waiting for Pokemon and they're just kind of like holding back, like, oh, we need something big for Nintendo Switch Online. Let's grab all the Pokemon games. There's some reason why they're not doing it, I don't know, because there's been other Pokemon games, Stadium 1 and 2, Mystery Dungeon, Snap, Puzzle Master League, everything like that, all been added, but no main series games. It's a bit weird. But either way, just a quick update regarding Nintendo Online there. But that's going to be everything for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please do drop a like down below. Let's try to hit 500 likes. Leave a comment with your thoughts on anything we covered in today's video. Your thoughts on all the Nintendo Switch stuff, the Nintendo Switch 2 stuff. Are you getting the Nintendo Switch 2 next Thursday, or are you not bothered about it right now? And of course, what are your thoughts on all the character leak updates for Pokemon Legends ZA? That's everything from me, though. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Subscribe if you're brand new for daily Pokemon content. And until next time, peace.